Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Heroes Lounge Division 2. On the left-hand side, we've got Jormungandr, the World Serpent, has Anubarak, Rhaegar, Orphea, Hanzo, and Haka. Give me 1 second. Did I choose the... yeah, Yumi's on the Rhaegar, and Yumi's on the left-hand side. On the right, we've got Always Late, looking at a Brightwing, Diablo, Vala, Yrel, and Medivh. Now, Vala's going to be going into Creed the Hunter at level 1. There's 300 max stacks you can get on it, but we like to have fun here. We like to party, and we will say, how many level 1 stacks for Vala? How many level 1 autos for Vala? 169 or more, or 168 or less. How many level 1 stacks will Vala get by the end of the game? Get your gambles in. Ooh, Orphea's going for the Growing Nightmare, this hard one to get. It's a tradition that must remain. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, I started this whole thing that during finals for video games, like playoffs or finals, I always try and have like a Hawaiian shirt day. I like it to be for grand finals, but I will take what I can get. I will take what I can get. I want it to be this norm. Like when we become Stormgate casters, I want that to be a thing. Gucci Mane's clever spelling of Gucci Mane there. I like that. Oh, there was a DC in the game. Oh, I realized we could have made a Medivh bet, honestly. We all love watching Medivh stacks go down the drain. You should have, oh, chat, you should have seen how loud the crowd got. I think it was Cure played Medivh and lost his stacks like 2 times, I think. I think it was against Germany. The crowd went absolutely bananas. Like, the volume was quite loud. It was a decent-sized arena. We have a brush duck in from the Dahaka right now for this camp, looking for a drag onto somebody. Might be into Vala. She's able to get through the portal. Phase shift from Brightwing as well. And an invade onto the left-hand side camp will not yield anything for Always Late, who now have to start their own a little late. And the World Serpent, Jormungandr, will they invade? Good scatters into Diablo, poking onto him. The burrow charge not connecting. And Anubarak is a pig. It's a tradition that must continue. It was beautiful. Thank you. I think it's fun. Like, oh no. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Didn't they do Hawaiian shirts and HGC for events? I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I feel like if any region were to do it, it would probably be the NA HGC. But I honestly don't know. Maybe like Tespa did it, the collegiate stuff. I feel like Tespa collegiate would maybe be where they do it, but I honestly don't remember. I was watching some random Russian stream for League of Legends tournament years ago, and all 4 casters were wearing jorts. Jorts and Hawaiian t-shirts, I'm in for it. What was my favorite part? The last best of 5 I casted, Sweden versus NA rematch, that was the most comfortable I felt in my casting, so I would say casting-wise, that was my favorite. Event-wise, my favorite was the after party, just because everyone was in such high spirits. It was just a good time. The after party was super nice. Everyone was really, really happy, hanging out. Joking around. It was just, that was probably one of the best parts. And if we're not talking after party stuff, honestly, on Friday, the day before the event, I went and did Museum Island with some of the NA players. That was nice. So that was kind of fun. But the first day I had to myself, I went to the zoo and the aquarium, and that was such a good time. I had a little solo exploration day on the first, for the first half of the first day. And then I went to the esports center and saw like the area, the location, and then got some dinner. It's really hard to say. Like there was something really positive about there was something positive to say every single day. The most negative thing I can say is that the airlines lost my bag, and I probably will never see it ever again because I just don't have faith in humanity. But I guess if that's the worst, then I really can't complain too much. Yeah, the zoo was amazing. The aquarium was super nice. I grew up scuba diving and stuff, so I love aquariums. Love fish. The airline canceled your flight home? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I almost ended up in a different part of California. Well, I almost ended up in technically a different state. I was supposed to land in Reno, and then Alaskan Airlines sent everyone into a panic because they were like, we may land in Sacramento. You should rebook. It's very high possibility we're going to land in Sacramento. And then I got on the plane, and the pilot was like, we're going to Reno. We delayed the flight because we wanted the weather to clear in Reno. I don't know why they put everyone into a panic. So, yeah. It was really, really bad customer service. But I mean, like, I drove up the mountain, I got Bandit, like, that's at the end of the day, like, Bandit's healthy and fine, and that's the most important thing. You're a rock star? Aw, thank you very much. Yeah, I was super nervous for the first best of 5 I casted, but then it all kind of got better. I had a couple crutch words pointed out to me, and I tried to work on those here and there. I'm not, like, I even messaged someone. I kept it very ambiguous what I was working on, and they were like, nope, sounded like a Baja cast to me. And I was like, okay, as long as it sounded like a Baja cast, I'm happy. Channel from Hanzo in the bottom lane. 5 shots will rain into the core of Always Late as we are here in our map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. Phase shift to bolster Classic's health as the Vala has 55 stacks on her level 1. 1 stack on Krita the Hunter, and she has not died. Hanzo rips an arrow, and I'm so happy the event was overall very positive. Me too. Me too. If you landed here, you know you had a place to chill and wrap that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I had a couple options, so I wasn't too stressed out about it. I was just very annoyed because I just wanted to get home. In the 48 hours I was awake and like for basically in like 48 hours I slept 7 hours, and it wasn't like I slept 7 hours, it was a sporadic hour here and there. So I was just very like, I was tired, I wanted to be home, I was done traveling, like also after being on a plane for 11 hours for one of the flights, you're so fucking done. Especially when you land and your bag's not there, and then they start doing all this crap where they're like, you may not be making it home. You better rebook and sit in the airport for the next 24 hours.
Daniel sells heroes. The altars rise.
You can't wait for the next. Oh, me too. I literally told Kevin from Next Level Gaming, I was like, if you do an event at your Miami location, because he's the owner of Next Level Gaming, it's like, if you do an esport event there and you want a caster, dude, I will pay for my own flight. I was like, I got Southwest points up the wazoo. I will save you some money, man. I do not mind. Like, I had so much fun. I just want to keep doing esports events. Double Ultra Phase coming up. A fight over the camp as an eternal, or excuse me, a Crushing Jaws pulls people around, but it's Orphea the one to fall. She finishes out her level 1. That was the level 1 being finished for her. She got the triple hit as the Haka gets the top left channel. 4 shots, 5 shots going into the core of Always Late as the Haka will contest against Urel for a moment. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, 2 sappers make it over the wall. And this third one should be cleared out by Brightwing. 7-3 in core shots. Nicely done by Jormungandr, the World Serpent. By the way, the, excuse me. Medivh at 28 stacks. Thought he was a little threatened there, but it seems like Diablo's able to zone people back just fine. Yeah, exactly. It was just I want to be home. I was so done traveling. Also, I mean, the flights were rough. Because I left my hotel at 6 a.m. Berlin time, took a bunch of trains, tram, blah, 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 got to the airport. Then I flew from Berlin to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Portland, and then Portland to Reno. So it's just a long day. Blink heal in from Brightwing onto Diablo, but she'll eat a stun as well. That's Diablo's Souls Consume. Medivh, 28 stacks? Medivh will fall, losing all 28 stacks he had. The tower shots are in favor in this bottom lane for the side of Always Late, but I do think we're going to be looking at another objective phase coming up soon. It's almost like I get hired to cast this game. It's crazy. 95 stacks for Vala. She's working through that level 1 a little bit here. Apocalypse is going to be popped by Diablo. He's going to try and make a play all onto Guwick. Does Haka have brush stock? Not for 25 seconds. Less than that, but still. It's massive travel, and it's not quick by any means. Yeah. It almost makes the business class upgrade worth it. It was like, yeah, it was €175 to upgrade to business, and I thought about it. But I was like, no, that's Taco Bell money, Bahamut. Oh, a huge Dragon's Arrow comes through. A big soothing mist from Brightwing. The crushing jaws will connect and set up the kill into Vala. She'll be out of the fight for the next 24 seconds as Diablo's being chased down. Medivh's got some portaling, and Booza able to back off. 4 more shots into the core of Always Late. First death for the Vala, by the way. She's down to 20% on the bonus attack speed. Think of the tacos, exactly. It's a lot of Taco Bell. I'm glad they won the franchise war. I'm really glad I've seen that movie. We're going to Taco Bell? Why is everyone excited about Taco Bell? Well, every restaurant's Taco Bell. such a. Oh god, I'm blanking on the name. Demolition Man. That's the name of the movie, if any of you are wondering. It's got Sandra Bullock in it, which always I forget that she's in the movie. Good chase down with the portal in from Medivh. Apocalypse popped. We've got Crushing Jaws in the back. The Ancestral does not connect into Orphea on time, but Anubarak turns things around. Tahaka with a drag, connecting into Yrel. She's got Ardent Defender up. Tries to get away. The isolation, she's tanking tower shots, and Yrel gets the Divine Steed mount out. Is Rob Schneider too? He doesn't know what the 3 shells are for. I love that they bring that up in the movie and never fucking answer it. I absolutely love that about the movie. Aren't the credits like quite literally like a not a screenshot, but like a camera shot of the 3 shells or something?
I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground.
Rat Burger? Oh yeah. Do you see any cows around?
What? I mean, I knew I could do that. I've opened my tunnel as well.
Trying to get there from South Africa. It's easy 24 hours, including laborers. Oh, that's crazy. Traded shots from top left and right. Orpheus done with the Mind Devourer level 7. Cocoon onto Medivh, but Diablo is isolated from his allies with no portal to get out, and he shall fall as well. Vala went down earlier. Triple kills so far. Medivh's got 11 stacks, and that may be more stacks lost. Hanzo looks for the scatter protection onto Medivh. Hanzo chases, he wants it, but can't step in deep enough. Whew. Orphea delays. Yeah, she delays out long enough, and this will be 5 shots into the enemy core. Boss wins here. And I do think you run straight at boss, personally. There is a Leyline Seal Medivh who could steal things away. Well, never mind. He's lost all of his stacks, and this is not... Why are you not... I'm sorry. Why are we not going boss? It's a little surprising to me. You've just taken down the biggest anti-boss person on the enemy team. I feel like you run headlong at boss with your advantage. Apocalypse from Diablo does scout things out. You've got an Ancestral healing forced onto Orphea with the Earth Grasp Totem, slowing down Anubarak. Vala drops a Rain of Vengeance, trying to keep her hatred up on those autos onto the Beetles. Crushing Jaws pulls Diablo into place with the Brightwing, and that's souls expended from Diablo. Actually, no. He finished out souls and then died? What? I have never seen this before. That's absolutely wild. It's not a visual bug, is it? No, he's got 100 souls. Leyline steal from Medivh trying to steal things away, but Anub'arak comes in with the brush dog there, or with the burrow. Medivh's in a cocoon. They're fighting over the point, and Yrel does go down. Medivh will be inside the cocoon, and he oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I thought it was the airlines. Sorry.
Red team dominate.
Team kill!
Medivh loses stacks again, and that is the map number 1 over to the side of Jormungandr. Whoop. My loose boss shot call rule is only consider it when 2+ enemy heroes are dead, and I consider Liurkos as an alive hero. That's fair, but they did have two dead when I was calling for it, no? They had 3 dead. I think they had 3 people dead. Death timers were low. What was that? That was my phone. I am waiting for the airlines to hopefully call me back and update me on my baggage situation. So you probably heard the vibrate of my phone, and then you also probably heard it's the Doctor Who theme. I love Doctor Who. Well, it's hindsight's 2020. So like I can sit here and be like, go for it. You have it. I really hope your baggage makes it home to you. Me too. I just have no faith in humanity. That Twitter account you ping was last tweeting public in 2018. Oh, really? I didn't even look at that. I was just like, Condor Airlines, you lost my bag. This will do nothing, but still. It's like tweeting at Spectrum. Nothing's gonna happen. Vala stacks? Oh yeah, we had a gamble, didn't we? Huh? Well, let's look at other stats. Nice healing from Brightwing. It was kind of close towards the end, wasn't it? Huh? Well, the stacks are 139. How many level 1 autos for Vala? She had 168 or less. Knock on wood, honestly, Spectrum's been really good since I got home, so I can't complain, really. Like, there's a lot of annoying things happening, but I really can't complain that much. Like, I won't be able to get, like, my old Heroes of the Dorm t-shirt back. I've got, like, a Dive t-shirt that I can't get back. There's some band t-shirts that there's no way I can replace them because they're, like, old metal bands from Michigan that don't exist anymore, nor can you find their merch. Honestly, you know what the most thing? Next time put a GPS on it. Yeah, honestly, I was literally walking through the airport and I was like, well, I guess I know what I'm asking for Christmas. I usually don't check a bag. It's just I checked it because I had a bunch of toiletries and I didn't want to deal with pulling them out, this and that. I have like a small duffel that I usually just take to Michigan with me. And then I don't really take a lot of toiletries because I stay with friends or family and they have shampoo and stuff I can use. But since I was going there, I had like beard stuff. I had a razor to shave my head. So, yeah, it was easier to check than to have a carry-on for it. And unfortunately, it is what it is. Yeah, and to be like, this was, I would say, in the last 10 years of traveling, I have lost. This is the first bag that's been lost. Worst case scenario, I did the math. I'll just ask the airlines for $1,500. I doubt they'll give it to me. They'll probably be like, well, we have rules, and it's not technically our fault, so. That's quite literally what they said to me when I was like, so if I land in Sacramento, how do I get home? If I rent a car, do you reimburse me? No. Will you give me a hotel? No. Will you give me a food voucher? No. Why? Well, because it's a weather change, we're not responsible. But you're landing me in the wrong place. So you are responsible. But the weather pushed us there. But you are the one taking me. That's like if you got an Uber for the casinos and they take you to North Shore. It's like, the fuck? I didn't pay for this. We'll offer you thoughts and prayers. That's literally how it felt. I even went up, I was talking to a woman, and I was going through these things. I was like, let me just confirm all these things with you. And then I was like, look, I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to be that guy. If you got a manager would they tell me anything different? And she goes, no. And I was like, I fucking hate this country. And as I'm walking away, she goes, yeah, me too. And for those of you who are going to recommend like airlines, credit card, baggage thingies, I'm not using the airline that I have a credit card for. And so I doubt they'll do anything for me. At least she was, I know, exactly. Like, I even told her, I was like, look, I'm angry at the situation. My tone does not reflect the discussion with you. I'm just very annoyed, upset. I've already lost my bag. And I was like, I just want you to understand. My tone does not reflect how I feel about you. Like, because I just didn't want her to feel bad because I was very, like, very short, very stern, very not me. And I don't like being angry. I really don't. Being angry and yelling at people doesn't do anything. I mean, maybe it does, but I just don't like it. Sorry, I'm looking at level 1 talents to see if there's anything fun. Oh, let's do a boss prediction. Let's do a boss prediction for this one. We're going to Tomb of Spider Queen. It's the throw pit. Let's do a boss prediction. Let's see. We have Jormungandr. As a G, not a D. Jormungandr versus Always Late. And no boss taken. Okay. I'll introduce the teams. I'll introduce the characters. I'll show the level 1s, and then we'll do a little prediction, okay? I think the airline had a new guy with big hands to kill. What? They could have tried to land in the original destination, but you may have lost your life. Well, no. But that's the thing. Quite literally, we got on the plane and the pilot was like, by the way, all the delays that we had were so that the weather could get pushed out of Reno and we could land. The pilot quite literally was like, we were going to land in Reno. I don't know why they told you we're going to SAC. And he also came on the PA and also told us that every single flight, at least in the United States, with the FAA has to have a Plan B location. So for Reno, the Plan B location is always Sacramento, because that's like one of the closest airports, I guess. Or at least that was what the Plan B was. The person at the front desk heard that the Plan B is Sacramento and started telling everyone to start rebooking, or you may land in Sacramento. But the pilot was like, we're going to Reno. We just literally waited an hour and a half for the weather to be pushed out. Why not just tell everyone in the airport, hey, there's a weather delay so we can land in Reno? I don't think that that's too hard to do. Like, I don't think that's too insane. I would have rather heard that than like, you don't have a stewardess. We're getting a new plane. We're waiting for this plane to land so you get a new plane with a full flight crew. We're waiting for, like, the flight's going to be changed to destination. Like, no, just be like, it's delayed for weather so that way we can land in Reno. Boom, done, easy, no one panics. On the left-hand side, we got Jormungandr in the lead in this best of 3 series. We have Anubarak, Alarak, Orphea, Anduin, and Leoric. To the east, we've got Always Late looking to push it to a map number 3 in this best of 3 series through Tomb of the Spider Queen. We've got Mephisto, Imperius, Joanna, Hanzo, and Alexstrasza. There's your level 1s, and here's your gamble. Which team will get first boss?
Hey, listen.
Get your gambles in. Screaming does nothing. Yeah. Like, I find that if I'm super nice to people, that helps more. But what do I know? All right, here we go. Map number 2 in this best of 3. As I mentioned, there is a little boss prediction. Who's going to get it, or will no boss be taken? Alarak steps in with a combo, looking for some damage, but Imperius has the Celestial Charge. Ethereal has to be leapt away by Yumi. That's like a Dota character, I think, right? It's like a floating orb that attaches to people. Pretty sure it's a popular Dota character. That's sarcasm, by the way. I understand that it's a League of Legends character. Anyways, we have top lane, double soak rotation from top to mid. Leoric and Imperius will be in the bottom. Once again, Orphea is going to be going for the Growing Nightmare. Gotta hit, it's 3 people with it, correct? Yeah, 3 people, which in a double soak rotations feels doable. Granted, Hanzo, Joanna, Alexstrasza, and Mephisto aren't going to be grouped up too often. Maybe you get an Entomb later on 4 people and you can pop it then, but this is going to be a difficult talent to get. What is the other factors that you get from it? So, I mean, baseline, you get the Dread range increase, which is nice. So the more poking from Orphea. Mind Devour is the assumed talent at level 7, just because that is what the Orphea player did take in map number 1, Guwick. Speaking of someone in customer service, being nice does wonders in the amount of assistance you can receive. Yep. As I was saying, like, I always do my best to, like, if I'm frustrated at the situation, I will do my best to convey that before I talk to someone, so they understand that my tone and everything has nothing related to that person. I understand they're trying to help, but I'm still annoyed at the situation. And I think that helps. I think that helps as well, too. I feel like it helped out with all my Spectrum issues in the past. So, a little bit of a turn-in. 9 gems in from Leoric already. Not enough for a Webweaver summon, but both teams are advancing rapidly towards that. Oza is looking for the bottom lane camp, and I don't think... Actually, no, we do have a rotation, but this is going to be a forced rotation. This is going to be a rotation into the Imperius. Hanzo starts to back away. Natural agility. And first blood goes over the side of Jormungandr. Finally, your HOTS updated. Ooh, dude, did they put Lilith in the game? Day 23 of waiting for Lilith in game. They're totally gonna do another Diablo event. Anarius. I'm not saying it right. We're gonna get a new Diablo map. We're gonna get Anarius, and we're gonna get Lilith. Totally, it's any day now. Any day now they're gonna do it. I apologize in advance. Exactly, yeah. I just want the person to know that my tone has no relation to that. It's towards the situation. But anyways, the situation in front of us is Imperius is dying. It's alright, Microsoft will save HOTS. We'll have HEC 2.0. Because big esport companies will totally reinvest in something that... will totally reinvest in Blizzard, who's just been killing their esports left and right. Yeah. No. Well, we need to be focusing on the grassroots events that we have. And that's what we need. We need an NGS LAN. That's what we need. NGS LAN in Miami. That'd be actually killer, to be honest. Hey, Mixon. Good to see you, bud. It was awesome, honestly. It was so awesome to meet so many people at the LAN event. I feel so bad because I tried to remember every single person I met, and it's just not easy to do. Good Celestial Charge. Nice follow-up with the Holy Fervor, and some 12 or so gems are going to be dropped and lost on the side of Jormungandr. Ethereal does come down here to try and clear things out. Orpheus already made quick work of top lane. In your opinion, Overwatch and HOTS are the best games from Blizzard? I love StarCraft 2 personally. I personally love StarCraft 2. Too often when I get, when I have to do repeat calls and get someone to tell me I can't do something that someone else is, and I'm having to tell them that that's how their job works. I've had Spectrum customer service quite literally say they can't do things, and on other phone calls they say they can. So it's so confusing. Like, there was one, and it wasn't like I was being an ass one time and not the other. There was just one guy who just did not want to do his job. Because, like, they were saying, like, so they couldn't, like, access, like, my modem and router to see something. And I was like, literally, they did this, like, 2 days ago. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, quite literally 2 days ago, like, someone accessed my router and modem on the phone with me from Spectrum. And it's not like I was in a different department. It was just, like, the guy was just choosing not to do their job, which, I mean, it's Spectrum. I doubt he gets paid enough anyways. Invade onto the camp. Joanna finishes out the Subdue, which will have the 80% slow every time she hits an enemy. Actually, just 80% slow, always on it. Imperius looking to make some pressure, or make some plays here. Holy Fervor getting some great splash and cleave damage. The camp's still being worked on. There's a lot of gems potentially dropped. The Nubarak double backs in with a burrow charge. Mephisto popping in as well. A huge Impale, and that is a quadra kill, I do believe, for the side of Jormungandr, who do get the camp as well, and they have the Web Weaver turn in. Man, they're gonna have their cake, and they're gonna eat it. She's sub-done. I like it. Phone support told me to cycle my modem. I do all that stuff before I get on the phone with them. And they're like, "Have you?" And I'm like, "Yes, I've done all the basic stuff." At this point, I don't even call customer service. I have a local number for the manager of my area, and I just call him and leave a voicemail. Hi, it's me at this address. Sorry. Cocoon into Mephisto. Is there a big blow up onto him? We've got Alarak with the telekinesis to pull back. The silence as well with the Discord strike. Alexstrasza Lifebinder connecting onto herself from Joanna. But it's not enough. The double health bar for Alexstrasza does not keep her alive. And Mephisto has to back away. Joanna popping the Iron Skin to do so as well. But the mid lane Webweaver fairly healthy. Will take down mid lane. Ford Imperius made quick, clear, and bottom happen. In top lane, that's going to take down the fort front gate. First structure down, favoring Jormungandr, but if you look on the left-hand side of our minimap, bottom lane, very low. Mid lane, let's say it's around 25%. Ad, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. The Sky Suplex not working out. Does create a bit of space. Power shots are going on to Orphea, having to back away. Yumi, just speed, no. We're not laid enough into the build for Speed of Pious. Oh, Ballet's calling it 2-0 in the game. Interesting. Well, we'll find out. Still is Tomb of Spider Queen. Still very early in the game. Back-to-back turn-ins will be available. Joanna should have the delay at least once with a shield glare. I don't think she wants to stick around any longer. Alarak with 134 sadism. Where is that coming from? 24% from takedown, so we can get another 16%. Alarak can max out at 150%. 30 from baseline, 20 extra from Show of Force. Currently sitting at 134. Orphea with the Mind Devour level 7 at 10 stacks out of the... It's 40, right? 30. Weird Mephisto picks for the talents. I mean, Unyielding Power's not out of the ordinary. Spite is pretty standard at level 4 for the regeneration globes, especially when you have a Circle of Life Alexstrasza. That is insanely synergistic. Level 4, I mean, you always take a Shade talent at level, at level 7. There's always a Shade talent. Trickery is actually, long time ago we had a Kyle Ferguson Mephisto video, and Trickery was the recommended talent for more skilled Mephisto players. But I personally like to go Frost. I like to go for the Frost Shade at level 7 for the slows. But I think Trickery and Frost Shade are this is not too out of the ordinary. We could see Hysteria at level 13, but it's probably going to be Skull Missiles. Probably Skull at level 13, 16 because of the synergy with level 1 and also the level 4. I mean, honestly, the level 7s, I think all the level 7s have their own viability. It just depends on your Mephisto play. If you can get value from Trickery, go for it, because of the Mephisto. Because the big thing with Trickery is the extra passive value. If Mephisto hits enemy heroes at least 18 times with his basic abilities while in Shade of Mephisto is active, then resets the cooldown of Shade of Mephisto. So more jumping in, poking, blah, 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 blah. Frost is slows and armor is armor. So yeah, it's just how you want to play your Mephisto. You're trashed here. I would very much disagree with you, Stark. Cute tier. Okay, 13s apiece for both sides. We'll have our 16s in one level for Jormungandr, who's looking pretty good in map number 2 in our second best of 3 of the day. Little bit of poke here and there. Mephisto jumps out. picking up 38th stack on his level 1, a Dragon's Arrow. Nice blessed shield just after the leap. There's no secondary charge. Light Bomb dropped. Alexstrasza gets the Life Binder, and it does get a huge heal for Imperius. Now the chase is on to the Orphe, and she will go down. Mephisto finishes his level 1. That means he has the extra charge on the Skull Missile. At the 20 mark, he got 100 extra damage. It's the reverse of Hanzo's kinda. Hanzo has the 30% range increase after hitting every enemy hero once, and after hitting every enemy hero 3 times, he gets the 100 extra damage. Speaking of Hanzo, while we're waiting for things to happen, let's break the game really quick and see. Hanzo needs to hit Orphe and Anduin twice more each. Oops, there we go. I had Comcast trying to tell me to cycle my router as I'm telling them I can see the line to my house laying on the ground. Oh man, Desert, you had such a nightmare to get web into your house, if I remember correct. You had so many issues with Comcast, just trying to get everything set up. Red Web Weavers do descend. All the outer layers have been destroyed on the side of Always Late, but they will be looking for some structural deconstruction, some demolition in these in top and bottom. Granted, the Web Weavers are very far back. Um, 15, 20, 26, 29, 32 or so gems in the pocket of Always Late. They're about halfway to a turn, if I'm not mistaken. Currently, may be able to pick up a few more stacks of gems. Bottom lane looks like they'll let that push out on its own. Mid lane already cleared out. Top lane is going up against the most fortified, I guess you could say fortified lane for Jormungandr. Nice Dragon's Arrow. Durance of Fate does not connect because the Leap of Faith is on point. But Mephisto comes in with huge Lightning Nova value, almost getting a kill into the Alarak and a Nubarak. Alarak, by the way, 169 sadism. Very nice. He did go into Blades of the High Lord. That's a max of 40 more. I believe Alarak's max sadism at this point is 190, if my caster math is correct. No. Yes, 190. Check that in just a second here, because the fight will continue. The pokes are out from Mephisto. Nice silence from Alarak. Counter-strike doesn't get the kill. Nubarak backed off here, trying to find an angle to get back in. Oh, a very low Leoric should fall, and he will. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza does go down. 190 sadism on Alarak. He's maxed out. And that'll be a triple kill for the side of Jormungandr, who are now advancing for boss. $30 from takedowns, 20 from Show of Force, and 40 from Blades of the High Lord. Caster math is on point today, chat. It's very auto attack heavy. Big sad, big sad. Really good Alarak play. Boss plus Web Weaver for Jormungandr in top lane. That's a nice pickup. Hanzo is done with his level 1. Accidentally took the wrong 13 with Piercing Arrow. Kappa. Oh, no, level 16 Skull Missile. It's actually Static Field, but I mean, when Lightning Nova damage bonus reaches 30%, enemy heroes within the radius take a damage equal to 10% of their maximum health. Good way to chunk through the Nubarak and Leoric. We have seen a lot of value from Mephisto's angling on the Lightning Nova. We'll see if he's able to push back the enemies here. Nice Cocoon just a touch too late, and Mephisto's able to back off. Durance of Fate. Oh, narrowly hitting Orphea. Lost and Webweaver guarantee the top lane keep. This mid lane keep should be fine for now. Webweaver and bottom. I actually missed this earlier. The bottom lane keep did go down. I did miss this completely earlier. My apologies. Boss and Webweaver on core. That's a light bomb from Anduin. Yumi's so very low. Hanzo will fall. Alarak getting that kill. But Alarak, no! The sadism! Oh, the sadism. The Wrath of Angiris. Excuse me. Yes, I got it right, actually. I said Wrath of Angiris, and I was like, Bahamut, that's wrong. It's Sky Suplex. Wrath of Angiris displacing Alarak so beautifully. It still will be 20 talent tier achieved by the side of Jormungandr first. The World Serpent has that, as we do get the upgrade for Alarak. He's going to choose his... Not upgrade. He's going to be choosing his second heroic. Yeah, the Sky Suplex. They really missed an opportunity with Sky Suplex. Wrath of Angiris. I mean, who wants Diablo lore and Heroes of the Storm? That's just dumb. Nubarak burrows out. Big buried alive from the Leoric, but that is an answered Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, setting up the double kill. Is it a triple kill? Imperius wants to take down the Anduin and will be able to do so. That is Leoric dismounted by Hanzo. Alarak rounding the corner, but Joanna's right here. She'll be silenced. They're still chasing in. Blessed Shield down for 42. Wrath of Angiris is up. The subdue slow. Celestial Charge, and who called a 2-0 in chat? Who in chat called that 2-0? Wait, Alarak's gonna make... He's gonna make the YouTube...
Team kill!
I mean, all these players will make YouTube because these VODs will go up on YouTube, but that is a pentakill for the side of Always Laden. They may have been Laden map number 2, but they're taking us to that third map in our second best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. Hard fought towards the end, and really well done from the side of Always Late. Oh, now it's 1-1. Oh, now it's 1-1 all of a sudden. Interesting. Let's see, which team gets the first boss? It was Jormungandr. Jormungandr did get that first boss in the top lane earlier on. I did remember that one. They had it in the bag until Alarak stopped frowning. Let me show you some stats here, and then we'll get we'll run some ads, and then we'll get into our next best of 3, or our next map, excuse me. We always like to run our ads when nothing is happening. Ooh, nice job, Anduin. Like to run our ads between the games so you don't get pre-roll, you don't get ads in the middle of your game. It is just the way that I like to run my channel. All right, chat, if you could play one game, if you could play one console, so exclude PCs, okay? So one console brand, Sony, Xbox, Nintendo, Sega. Let's just use these big brands for example. Like I don't want someone to be like FromSoft, like games like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. Let's just do that. The big 3. If you could only play PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox for the rest of your life, which would you go with? No PC, no PC. I'm just curious. If you could only play a console for the rest of your life, what would you go for? Because I was thinking about this myself as well. PS5. Like, yeah, the easy answer is PC. I love PC as well. But I don't know. Yeah, good casting in Berlin. Thank you, Danky Kang. That's a very good name, by the way. PlayStation for Bloodborne reasons. God, I want to say Nintendo so bad, but their online is such garbage. Nintendo. I'm torn between PlayStation and Nintendo personally. PlayStation or Nintendo. Those would be like, if you could only play Xbox, PlayStation, and I'm saying like, when I say PlayStation, that means PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 1, blah, 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 PlayStation VR. If we're talking Xbox, it's any Xbox console. If we're talking Nintendo, it's any Nintendo. So Game Boy, Switch, Wii U, whatever you want. Like, I'm just like, if you could only play one of those 3 for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yeah. You're only allowed to play that like console brand for the rest of your life. I always grew up playing Xbox. See, I grew up playing a lot of PlayStation. I had a little bit of Nintendo. I like consoles you can play platformers. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It was just an interesting thought. Like I saw it somewhere where they were saying like you could only play Nintendo, Sega, and it was only titles. But I thought like, all right, you can only play one of these 3 for the rest of your life, but you have any console that they ever released. PSVR, that's another selling point for me too. I'm also banking on the one day where they make a new Twisted Metal for PlayStation. But at the same time, like, if you go Nintendo, you've got all the Nintendo 64 titles, and Nintendo 64 has got some slam jam titles. Just interesting. Interesting conversation, that's all. Isn't Twisted Metal getting a movie? Is it a movie or is it a TV show? I know they're getting some sort of it's a movie or a TV show, and I saw the trailer for it, and they fucking made, what's the guy's name? He did the Batman voice. He's not a bad actor, but he does the same voice, same personality for everything. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh god. He's got like that gravelly voice. What is his name? Lego Batman movie. Will Arnett. The voice of Sweet Tooth is Will Arnett, and it just does not make sense to me at all. I honestly, I feel like the Twisted Metal movie TV show is not going to be good. I feel like they're gonna miss the whole point. The whole point of Twisted Metal is Satan basically makes deals with people to go do this giant demolition thing, and if they win, they get their wish. And big surprise, Satan doesn't make the deal very good. Like, it's like, I want to blow up, and then they literally explode. Or it's like, I want to be famous, and then like they die as like the dumbest man in the world or something like that. It's always like these Calypso, I think was like the guy in Twisted Metal Black. Twisted Metal Black was, oh my god, Twisted Metal Black was so fucking good. I think of those three, Nintendo has the best longevity of the most titles. Yeah. PS5 and Xbox are definitely have more cringe to play now. But they're gonna make Bloodborne 2. Did Spectre wish to come back to life? I don't remember, but like that's the whole premise of Twisted Metal consistently is like these people, they ask Calypso, they make a deal with Calypso, Satan basically. They win the tournament and then they get their deal, but it's always not what they want. Bedazzled. 1967. Brendan Fraser's in it. I'm sold already. I just saw Brendan Fraser. Wait, Bedazzled 2000. Oh, 2000 is a fantasy romantic comedy film directed by Harold blah blah blah. The devil runs a computer simulation to analyze souls, determine individual weaknesses to exploit. The program settles on Elliot Richards, a geeky, overzealous man working a dead-end job in San Francisco computer company. He has no friends, and his coworkers avoid him. Wow, this sounds like my life. AB Crazy, thank you for the redemptions. We'll do it after this next game. Calypso, who's that? Wasn't it Calypso in Twisted Metal Black? Wasn't he like the guy that you made deals with? Or is it Callisto? Guy who makes deals. I don't know. I remember Twisted Metal Black was so freaking good. Each character, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was. Okay, so, set in a fictional town named Midtown, all the stories focus on the perspective of each of the characters. Most of the characters in the game are being held in the Blackfield Asylum, a mental institution. They then meet a man named Calypso, who people believe have the ability to grant anyone's wishes. However, the character will also has to win Calypso's Twisted Metal tournament and make their wishes. Yeah. There you go. This is it. There's a character in Twisted Metal contest. He grants any wish to win it. Yeah, so there you go. Twisted, like, the cutscenes for Twisted Metal Black in the story was, I feel, so ahead of its time. Bedazzled is great. Apparently there's a 1967 version of it as well. All right, we're going to go to Dragonshire. The ads are done. I also owe redemptions. Be Crazy will do that after this map because this is map number 3 in our best of 3. So let's, we'll do the redemptions after we see the results of this. And we'll make a little Twitch prediction for this one as well. I know how much I love you all to gamble. All right, that's paused. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. What are our level 1s? Do we have any fun talents to do? We could do a hammering quest for... Yeah, let's do a hammering quest for Falstad. How about that? How many Q stacks for Falstad? Let me write the prediction, get us in the game, and all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm skimming chat, making sure I didn't miss anything. All right, how many Q stacks for Falstad? It's Dragonshire. There's a lot of poke potential. I feel like I could get 150, so let's do 169 or more, 168 or less. I feel like on Dragonshire, I can get a decent amount of stacks. I'm not the best player. These players are a lot better than me, so I'm going to put that faith into them. Let's get into the game. I'll introduce the players. I'll introduce the teams. And then we'll start our prediction, everyone. On the left-hand side, we have got Jormungandr, the World Serpent. We've got a Diablo, ETC, Vala, Li Ming, and a Rhaegar. To the right-hand side, we're looking at Always Late, Falstad, Leoric, Muradin, Zagara, and an Anduin. All right, you know the dealio, chat.
Hey, listen.
Prediction has begun. If you'd like to gamble, go ahead and do so. By the way, if you're not following the channel, you're hanging out, be sure to hit the follow button. It costs you $0 to follow the Twitch channel. And if you'd like to gamble and make a prediction on this game, you can actually get a nice chunk. Like, you get like 200, 300 points if you follow the channel. Also, you push us closer to 7,000 followers, which is a nice sort of goal for us to hit. So if you're having a good time, you enjoy the stream, you want to support, you want to gamble, be sure to hit the follow button. If you want to support further, it's always super duper appreciated, as this is our full-time job. ETC with a power slide. Diablo comes in with the shadow charge. Classic is taking a ton of damage. Muradin has to get leapt away by Anduin. You play a lot of Falstad? Indeed. I do too as well. I love playing Falstad. Uh-oh. Nice sidestep expecting the Stormbolt to come through instead of just running into the gate. I don't think Li Ming would have died if they got hit with a Stormbolt, but still, just nice little sidestep to note. Oh, Diablo and friends are setting up in the bush over here. Zagara gonna start spreading that creep around. 1K to 3K, interesting, all right. Maybe people are waiting for the odds to change up. Ah, Li Ming was expecting the Falstad to start backing away, trying to read where he'll be with that Arcane Orb. Still, Ethereal with some good positioning. We've got a camp on the right-hand side, quickly grabbed by Always Late on the bottom left. Yuumi does start out the Siege Giants for Jormungandr, and ETC makes his way to top lane. Looking at the draft, this does very much feel like it is a solo lane ETC, but I'm not really sold on ETC solo lane. I feel like there's a lot better solo laners to go into, especially up against Leoric. Granted, not 100% sure how the draft unfolded. I think the picks are from outside in, if I'm not mistaken. I think Leoric was actually a last pick, and the ETC was second to last, if I'm looking at the website correct. I think that's how the website on Heroes Lounge works. I think the drafts are from outside in. Diablo tries to get a wallbang onto the Falstad. I don't think that connected. Huge hammering into the enemy. 27 stacks. Oh, we got a nice 50-50 bet. Nice. Crowd Surfer incoming. What's up, Eric the Swift? Crowd Surfer is 7, right? I feel like, well, if it's solo lane ETC, wouldn't you want to go Echo Pedal? Or is Echo Pedal 4? Am I misremembering talents? I may be. I'm just gonna go Loudspeaker. Pretty standard at level 4. Oh, okay, alright. Thank you, thank you. Crowd Surfer's at 4, Echo Pedal's at 7. Okay, so I was misremembering where Crowd Surfer was. My bad. Sledgehammer Muradin level 4, want to point that out. We have the Royal Focus, not Royal Focus, sorry. We have the Oh my god, I'm blanking. I said it a million times. Paralyzing Rage for Leoric increases his slow by 20% up to 60. By the way, if anyone's watching the ESL Summer Masters for StarCraft 2, so I've caught a couple games here and there. Such good StarCraft action. It's been really funny. I don't know if it, like, on Twitter, they've been joking around. I don't know how much of a meme it is and how much sort of annoyance there is, but apparently there's some caster drama. And it's all around food. Apparently, like, Zombie Grub accidentally canceled Wardy's pizza order, so Wardy today drank her smoothie or something. Like, I don't know how annoyed they actually are, if they're playing it a little up on Twitter. I feel like they're playing it up a little bit, but it's still kind of funny to see here and there. Crowd server has some extra value here due to being able to slide on and off the point and dodge the other guy. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because you get cooldown reduction on crowd surfer as well. I forget what the cooldown reduction equates to, though. We'll look it up right here. So 12 seconds is the baseline for ETC. Let's break the game, and we can actually check here. Crowd surfer, so if you don't hit an enemy hero, you have a 5-second cooldown if my math is right. So absolutely, there's value from that. Absolutely, especially with sort of the back and forth on this point, being able to crowd surf down or crowd surf up into it. Dragonshire, first Dragonite will expire, and Falstead sits on 30 stacks currently, trying to poke out for a little bit more on bottom, as Zagara needs to reset for full mana. While we're waiting for 10 talent tiers, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. ETC going pretty standard build, honestly. Pinball Wizard at level 7, no Echo Pedal. It's kind of faster than mounting for double set. That makes sense, yeah. 5 seconds, but there's the active cooldown, so it's closer to 4. Yeah, that's kind of like Sylvanas' Call of the Dark Lady at level 20. It changes it to a 15-second cooldown, but after there's the animation and blah, 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 it's more like a 12-second cooldown, realistically. It's way shorter. We're splitting some fractions here, some decimals, but we'll round a little bit. We'll say it's a 12. Boza almost going down in bottom from the initiation from that Diablo, but not going to be able to take them down. Sorry, just trying to choose better words here and there. I feel like I'm using a lot of repeated phrasings. Whoa, the Falstad burst onto Guick. Oof. Speaking of burst, Ethereal almost takes down the Falstad with a nice combo orb. If you gone crowd surfer and stage dive, my win rate has been through the roof. Well, that's because you're stage diving. Get it? Through the roof, stage diving. Get it? Oh, wrong button. I'll be here all day. Most of the day. I'll be here for most of the day. We'll do some casting and then, I don't know, other stuff. Maybe we'll do more Elden Ring randomizer. As frustrated as I get with that randomizer, I'm having so much fun. People have no idea how to deal with it. I think you make a good point with that as well. Yumi with the light bomb. Yumi getting hit by the light bomb, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Colram able to pop that. Mosh from the ETC, but Falstead Gus down still. Li Ming looking for a reset. Gets it into the Zagara. Anduin falls, but she will be the one to go down. It's a 2 versus 2. As both teams find themselves a triple kill. Meanwhile, though, Leoric in bottom lane. ETC to just hang out in mid. Checking really quickly, Falstad Flight is up right now if he needs to be able to jump across the map. But ETC just going to pressure this Falstad a little bit as he answers some autos back into the face. No stream Diablo 4. Honest to God, I've asked Twitch chat a bunch of times about it, and a lot of people just don't really care to watch me play. And I'm fine. I'd rather people tell me that they don't care to watch me play Diablo 4 than for people to be like, play whatever you want. I'll always support you. And then Twitch chat's just silent. Diablo 4, I think, is an off-stream game for me. I didn't realize this. Diablo 4, so if you're level 40 and I'm level 10, this is actually exactly what happened the first night I was playing it. my buddy was level 40, and I was like, hey, I'm playing, do you want to hang out? He's like, yeah, I don't mind, like, replaying some of the early stuff, blah, blah, blah. The game scales. So he, like, everything was scaled for him on his side to be, it wasn't like he was running through and just one-shotting mobs with a fart. I actually think that's really cool to allow your friends to play together. That, the leveling system is awful, though, because every time you level up, you get weaker. Wait, what? I don't follow, sorry. I do not recommend streaming Diablo 4 because there's an OBS. Oh, is there? He was the party leader? No, opposite. I was the party leader. He joined my game. So in my brain, he would join and he would just one-shot everything because he was like 30 levels ahead of me. But the game scaled up, which is really cool. I thought that was interesting. At level 10, I can one-shot a trash mob. At level 60, I cannot one-shot the same trash mob. Huh, that's weird, Stark. Interesting. Huh. I've been playing Druid. I've been playing a bear Druid, so I don't kill things very fast, but I'm a giant bear and it's fun. I also did not take wolves. There's one talent tree area where there's no bear talents, I do believe, unless I misread completely. So I took vines instead. I think vines are my 2 button, and then I have the trample on my 3, and then I don't have my 4th button yet. Nice mushroom ETC. Li Ming will pick up a reset with a wave of force over the wall onto Leoric. There are people who... Oh, sorry, I'm reading chat, but that's okay. There are people who power level to 100 very rapidly in the first 2 days, and they need to ask level 30 people to help them get good gear after they hit 100 because the hundreds couldn't kill anything. Whoa, that's weird. That's super weird. I would have thought everything kind of just scaled good. That reminds me of the scaling of Final Fantasy VIII. Like, that was the one thing my brother complained about. He was like, oh, the Final Fantasy VIII scaling on the enemies is really bad. And then my tattoo artist one time was like, oh, you just have to not do this one thing and the game, like, becomes way better. I forget what it is, but someone in chat knows what I'm talking about. A lot of memory leaks and rigs that are super strong and have trouble encoding it. Once again, there's all this amazing hardware out there, and we just can't seem to build games for it properly. I've had a couple little issues here and there when I'm playing the game off stream. It's not like I'm rendering videos or like I usually have like a Twitch stream open and Discord in the game. But I do have like some small issues here and there I've noticed, and I just ignore them. It's like, it's not to the point where my game's crashing or it's unplayable, but I definitely know now that you pointed out, like, there are some issues I've noticed, yeah. Leo should be able to confirm top lane fort for free. Looks like ETC does have to double soak back down to mid to catch that wave. 16 talent tier, almost here for the side of Always Late. Equal talent tiers for the time being, but Li Ming's Arcane Orbs have zoned back the enemy. 62 stacks on the Falstad. 90 souls for Diablo, still 10 more to go. He's got the Soul to Flame at level 4, so he can build up some free souls as those flame stomps do return through the enemies. Well, as I said, I mean, if anyone in Twitch chat sees me playing later and we're friends on Battle.net, I guess you could request to join my game. I don't really have a problem with it. I'll just be doing my thing. So yeah, if you want to get a new character and level and join me, by all means. I didn't realize that it was scaling like that. Hostile, literally, when I was starting to play Hostile, I was like, oh, I can create a new character and join you. And I didn't realize how it all worked out. I thought anyways. It don't matter. But, yeah, open invitation, chat. Open invitation. As long as you're not a ding-dong. Diablo Souls are finished out. We got the Lightning Breath from him to try and counteract the enemy stepping in. But Murden says, I got Avatar. I'm going to step into your face and die. Li Ming pops off with a triple reset. Chasing in with the Vala as well. That's a solid quadra kill. Make it a team kill. We'll count it as the ace. I know Vala got the last auto, but you take it. You take what you got. ETC looking for the Dragonite mid, and I gotta say, map number 3 in our second best of 5 of the day, going really well for Jormungandr. The World Serpent crashing through bottom. Open invitation to what? To give me your Prime subs. You've been dying a bunch on your main. I have died quite a bit on my main as well. I died one time because I was scratching my nose and I couldn't hit the Q button quick enough. I was no joke, like a mob just appeared out of nowhere and I was scratching my nose and I couldn't slam my hand back down quick enough and I died. There was one time I was off the Q button completely and I may have had 1 or 2 beers. And so I just was like, oh, oops. And then there's some bosses that I've run into. I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to do this yet. Baha inviting people to his opening? No, I'm inviting people to give me their Prime subs. Yeah, exactly, Ninja, exactly. But I'm not playing hardcore, so like I don't really like. I'm like, oops. Eh. I don't know if I'll ever play a hardcore. Just because I like Diablo to be able to, you know, you kill mobs, you kind of watch Twitch streams, you hang out. I don't know. It's a cozy game for me. I don't like that stress. Ace, thank you for the Prime Gaming. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Prime for 26 months. I'll resend your alert when we got a game. Hey, you know what? My fishing worked out this time. We went semi-fishing today and got a little primer. So 20 talent tier for Jormungandr. ETC did go into the Imposing Presence level 16, like this pickup. Do like it against the Cigar and all that kind of stuff. Vala vaults forward looking for sustained damage into Leoric. Does have Death Dealer and the Manticore Farflight Quiver. Farfart Quiver. And the top lane still pushing up just a little bit. ETC side soaking the bottom lane. He went for Death Metal at 20. Hellgate Diablo. Still just poking out on the side of Always Late, waiting for these waves to crash in to get that 20 talent here. The Dragonite phase, from when the Dragonite goes down to when it's announced again, is very low on this map. I would not be surprised if there is another announcement fairly soon, while the Jormungandr team grabs another set of camps. Nope, just camp. Just a camp. Quarter of that 1 century sub goal. Hey, we only need 1,000 subs to make a hot tub stream happen. Little management of that repulsion from level 20 doesn't get the bop into the arcane orb, but that's okay. Repulsion's a pretty low cooldown.
Control both shrines.
Or Wave of Force, excuse me, is a pretty low cooldown. Repulsion being the level 20 upgrade. Half a level to go for the side of Always Laid. 86 stacks on the full stat. Doubters maybe feeling pretty good on the stacking, but it's Dragonshire. I don't think... Well, it could be over. A good team fight for Jormungandr and Dragonite. Could be GG. But 20 talent tier wind tunnel is going to be huge. At least that's what I expect. I don't think we're going to see Epic Mount. We actually did have, I think it was Dino took Epic Mount during the Nations Cup games. And can you believe it? The casters didn't immediately notice it? Ugh. I think that was one of the very late games, actually. Isn't Jormungandr the World Serpent? Indeed it is. Indeed it is. I'm probably saying it wrong, but meh. Oh, we'll see the Moonshrine back over to Jormungandr, as Always Late is gonna... That's the only pronunciation I've heard. Oh, okay. I just assume with my horrible education, I just fuck everything up. Rewind from Murden. Oh, nice. ETC Mosh. The Light Bomb will interrupt. Wind Tunnel into the wall. Ethereal doesn't get the Ancestral Healing because Yumi misclicks by accident. buried alive on Vala, but she's still got the she's still got the auto. She's still got Manticore. That vault forward was death dealing. And Anduin left all alone, getting cooked up by Diablo as Falstad chills in mid lane. Nice Stormbolt back from Classic, trying to break the wrist, walk away, but Vala's got that hot pursuit. And she is in hot pursuit. This is risky since you're tanking tower shots and you're so very low. ETC comes in to to tank some shots. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, do want to point out we got some catapults arriving. Diablo being slowed by Leoric in the rotation. And Vala has refound the Earth Grasp Totem, 90% slow, Power Slide, a stagger death from Muradin. Not sure if he wanted to stagger that there. I feel like maybe dying faster could have been better. Though Muradin kind of seemed like he was banking on himself being able to escape. He wanted to be the baby Houdini. As a reminder, Fireflight Quiver at level 20. Vala outranges structures by like 0.23, 0.24. Either way, she outranges structures by 0.2 at max hatred. It's donut shape with Teletubby. What?
The fire comes from
We all know why they're losing. Zagara didn't pick Infest on level 1 on its second best map. Oh, okay, that's the one. That's the reason why. Today I learned. 15. It's not the 15-5 in kills. It's not Vala with 58,000 heroic damage. It's the level 1. Well. Dragonite gets the keep front gate. Diablo inside for the next 50 seconds or 8% HP. Catapult still arriving through bottom lane. And I guess the best option is take down top lane fort, match the periodic catapult pressure in the top, so always late can't get the, I wouldn't say free push in the lane, but the advantage push in the lane with the catapult periodically. Kick on to Leoric. Spectral Leech at 13, Mithril Mace at 16. ETC looking to step in, looking for a flank, looking for anchoring in the lower half. ETC and Muradin. Ships in the night, just not even passing, just like, oh, there you are, oh, there you are. Light Bomb. Dwarf Launch tries to close the distance, but Li Ming's got the blink, and that's a heroic burn. 60-second cooldown, not the worst in the world. Though ETC found the power slide onto Leoric, the Leap of Faith does come through, and Nero O is okay. Oh, Diablo should be fine. Mosh pit from ETC interrupted by the Wind Tunnel Falstad. Zagara had the Devouring Maw to counteract the mosh pit. Li Ming poking on the high side or the far side of this wall. We do have an initiation on Vala, but she gets the Ancestral Healing with the Farseer's Blessing. Rewind from Muradin to try and get away. He's dropped down to a third. Anduin's the one smooshed against the wall. The Lightning Breath cooks up the bag of bones that is Leoric. Rhaegar getting the bite on the butt, taking a bone to bury in the backyard. And with 2 dead, are they looking to end 21 minutes into Dragonshire? The positioning, the rotation is leading me to believe, yes, that is absolutely the case, with Vala keeping that hatred up, double vaulting around as much as possible. Diablo pushing the Muradin around. ETC will fall. Barbecue for dinner right now. The core shielding only scratched. And I guess with ETC dead, our Jormungandr friends will run for a camp, maybe? Hot's Anduin pulls are better than Overwatch 2 Anduin pulls. Anduin's in Overwatch 2? I honestly I don't even follow the game. I saw today that once again Blizzard's delaying out something they promised for Overwatch 2. Was it like some sort of like character progression thing they're delaying out? Did anyone else hear about this? I mean, are you really surprised? The shareholders must have not liked whatever they were doing and changed it because it must have not been immediately profitable. Just another Overwatch 2 thing canceled. Or delayed, at least. It's delayed, I think, is the verbiage, but I have a gut feeling it's going to be canceled. New healer has an ability similar to Anduin's trait. Oh.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Giant tree man. I don't even follow Overwatch anymore. I've given up on it. Life Weaver. Ah. ETC is dead. Though Diablo's gonna try and make something happen in the flank. Not working out. Spell armor available. Hellgate forced. Ancestral healing does come out. Devouring Maw connects onto 2. Will they continue to advance? No. Falstad looks like he's got flight into the top lane. He'll have channel onto the objective. And now, this could be Dragonite for the side of Always Late. Late game Dragonite, pretty powerful. 23 minutes in. We can check the stats if they can pick this up. Looks like Murden will be the one. He's going to break vision from the wave. Oh, no! I don't think it's going to be delayed out, but still. The Archer minion. The one Archer minion. His tree ult is very similar to Holy Word Salvation. He puts a giant dome on the ground and cries to his dad. Oh, a really good repulsion, almost. Sets up a kill into the Zagara. Good healing from Anduin will provide almost full HP once again. Zagara to back off. I did say I was going to check the Dragonite stats. 567 standard, 1,152 into structures. Apparently, they've got a 2-kill streak. Damn, Baha. I never liked the Alliance, okay? I never liked the Alliance. If you like them, you do you. I'm not gonna sit here and argue one or the other. It's just, I've always found the Horde faction to be cool. It's always the same place I think, like, when D&D, like, I wouldn't play a human fighter. If you want to play a human fighter, by all means. Playing a bunch of orcs sounds really cool to me. Muradin gets displaced by the repulsion. Leap of Faith with the Falstad Gust says no. Not my war chief. Dropped Mosh Pit. No Light Bomb, no Gust to interrupt the Rain of Vengeance, and Anduin does go down. ETC gets the Ancestral, spreading that healing to some allies. Li Ming looking for a reset. Will get it into Leoric. Popping off onto the Muradin as well. A solid. And now, can they run down the bottom lane and end game here? 25 minutes on Dragonshire. It's quiet. Nice Hellgate. Nice Hellgate from Diablo. Lightning Breath cooks up the bugs. Got some crispy, a crispy cockroach. That's the same thing like StarCraft 2. I could play Terran, but being Zerg is better. Little squishy Zerg noises. Little wiggling roaches. Well, our second best of 3 of the day will be going over to the side of Jormungandr in game number 3. Well played. The World Serpent eats up Always Late. Oh. But as I was like, if you want to play Terran, you want to play Protoss, play those. When Stormgate comes out, I doubt I'll play the Resistance faction outside of like campaigns and messing around and learning all their talent trees and stuff. But I don't think the Resistance will be my go-to faction. I, of course, am holding out until I play the game to make a solid judgment, but that's just typically what it is for me. We on the Stormgate hype? We have never left it. We never left the Stormgate hype. I don't even have a wishlist command to buy things for me. I have a wishlist command for you to wishlist Stormgate. Exclamation wishlist gets you over to the Steam page, and wishlisting costs you $0, helps the developers push the game up on the Steam wishlist page, becomes more discoverable. It's a win-win for the devs. Are we casting Div 1 now? The stream title should say Div 2. You rewatched Duplicity the other day? It's amazing. I don't even know what that movie is. All right, Falstad stacking. Falstad stacking. How many Q stacks for Falstad? 168 or less.